Hello everyone. So in the next couple of tutorials, we are going to see how to interact with databases in Mule, particularly with MySQL and Postgres databases. So in this tutorial, we are going to insert data to MySQL and Postgres. So if you don't have MySQL and Postgres installed already, you can go to YouTube and there are lots of video tutorials. So like for example, to install MySQL, you need MySQL and Workbench. So just search install MySQL and Workbench. I'm searching for Windows 10 or for your machine if you have Mac or Linux. And then you can just filter here, use like within the last 1 year. For example, here I'm showing tutorials within the last 1 year and sorted by view count so that I can get the ones that are of good quality. So these ones are good. You see, this one is in the last 6 months, this one is in the last 3 months. All of them are fine. The only difference is the version of the MySQL and Workbench. So you click one of them and you can follow the tutorial and install Workbench. The same thing with Postgres. We need Postgres and also pgadmin. So Postgres and pgadmin, just filter in the last 1 year, sorted by view count or by rating. So how to install tutorial, we have this one, for example, that shows how to install Postgres and pgadmin. So you can just follow the tutorial and get them installed. So in my case, I have both of them installed. So this is pgadmin for Postgres. When I log in, it looks like this, and I have Workbench like this. So to interact from from Mule to interact with these databases, we need some data. We have sample data that we can upload from we have some script here that generates sample data for us, and this is GitHub location harihu and db samples. So I will include the link to this GitHub repository in the description section. So it has, so this is a Northwind sample database, and it contains this is the AR diagram you see here. It has different tables. The different tables have many columns. So this helps us to practice very well from Mule, like including querying data from the database, inserting, updating, deleting, and so on, using it could be query parameters. In the next tutorials, we are going to see how we can query this data using query parameters, URI parameters, headers, and so on. And also we can use it for other kinds of operations. So how do we insert this data into the databases? So go here under code and let's download this data here. Download as zip. So it will download the whole repository for us. So I have it under download, show in folder. It is this one. Right click and extract it. So it is this one. Now to create the sample data, the tables, the different tables for MySQL, I click this one and I see here I can click OK. I think it is this one, the Northwind. Let's open it with, I'm opening it with Notepad++ because as you can see it is SQL text file type. So click here and open it. So this is the code that it is going to generate. Create the different tables, insert the different data to the tables, create the database and the tables and insert data to them. So copy this and go to Workbench and just paste it here, and that's it. Run it. So run this. Okay, to insert the data to Postgres, once you open pgadmin, I can go here and create a database, and the database name is Northwind. So copy this and paste it here. You should be quick. So it is creating the database for us. Once it creates the database, then we can run the rest of the code. If we try to if you just copy paste this and try to run the whole of it, including the database creation, you may get an error. And if you get an error, the way to solve that is create the database separately. So Nerdswind is here. I can click on it. This is a database we just created. Right click on it and open query tool. So now we can come here. The database creation already we have taken care of it, so we don't need this part of the code. We start from here, click here and scroll down, hold shift and select the whole of this, copy it, Control C and paste it here and run it. Click execute. So now let's go see if it inserted it. It is too fast. So refresh this, refresh, and we can see under schemas the different tables we have. It has created all these tables and we can see the columns. So let's see if there is data. Let's create another query tool here and select top 100 from category. Let's check if there is data already there. Okay, this is not the correct syntax for Postgres. Yep, so there is data. We see there is data. It inserted it quite quickly. So we have created all these tables: category, customer, and so on, employee, product, region, and so on. So in the next tutorials, we are going to interact from Mule with these tables we have in Postgres and also in MySQL that we created in Workbench. If we refresh this, we should see the schema and the tables we created. Refresh all. So Northwind is here and the different tables are here. I can just show a sample, right click and select 100. So if I run this, it shows me this is the data. So yeah, this helps us to experiment with different ideas that we have when it comes to interacting with databases from Mule. So in the next tutorial, we are going to see how to get data from the databases, including, it could be like, for example, some data could be in one database and the other data could be in another database. So we may need to perform parallel execution, for example, or the data also, we may send some data to one of the tables in one database, but the other kinds of data we may need to send it to another database. So we are going to experiment with all of this in the next tutorials.